Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is that better now? I'll wait for a minute. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. My entire audio system is more complicated than it needs to be, for various reasons. Anyway, sorry, yeah, so man on a mission, you're on a mission to be the first guy in chat today, apparently, and you succeeded. Incentia, nice to see you too. We're gonna continue our work from last time on combat juice. So, if I can explain what that means for a minute, if that's not obvious, because it probably isn't, to be honest, is that... Okay, here we go. Oh, he's being blocked by the goddamn brick. Come on, follow me. So, we've been adding all sorts of things to kind of make combat, like, a little bit more, So, like, to make combat a little bit more exciting. So, we've been adding some more sounds. The game is comparatively... Okay, I'll turn up the game. Because that's actually important right now. We want to be able to hear all the sound effects. So, we have like an impact effect. We got some more sounds. But now... Sorry, let's just bring them over here so the music stops changing. We have a riposte. I don't know if you heard that, but like... If you... Oh yeah, also the multi-hit combos. Check that out. I've changed the way stun works, and I might have made the game way too hard in the process. So... Ooh, shit. So now, attacking a guy doesn't prevent his attack unless you hit him on the end of a combo. So the best way to do that is actually to parry him and then hit him with a multi-hit combo, basically. Ooh. Like that. I don't know if that, like... I think that looks pretty cool, like, to me. Like, it definitely makes the, it makes it a little bit more exciting. The strategy is still probably best to try to isolate guys from trying to stop too many attackers from hitting you at once. But, oh, shit, he just killed me. So, I mean, one thing I gotta do is I probably need to make them attack less frequently. The stream stutters sometimes. Yeah, there's work I can do on the animation, and we might do some of that today. Okay, let me see if I'll check my YouTube and see what the yeah. It doesn't look like I'm dropping frames on my end. So I don't know. A stagger. Okay, so we could work on that a little bit today. There's probably some things we need to mess with first, but before I forget, we have soda today, as always on Saturday, or we have some kind of beverage. Today I'm a little worried about. I don't know, I've never seen this before. This is from the nation, the great nation of Mexico. It's Señorial. It says sangria on it, which is not what it is, because there's no alcohol in it. This is definitely not actually sangria, but I guess it's flavored like it. And we're going to find out what this is like. So we're going to pop this open, and then we'll get to work on some more juice. Okay. That is super weird. That is super weird. It does kind of taste like non-alcoholic, like, sangria, except it has bubbles in it. Which is like... I mean, it's pretty good. I like this, actually. Yeah, let me just double check that there's no alcohol in this. No, there is no... 0.5%? Okay, there might be a tiny bit of alcohol in this, but it's like... It looks sugary. Sugar caney. It's got, 31 grams of sugar, which I think is pretty similar to like Coca-Cola. Like, it's like a soda, right? What was I gonna say? But yeah. Yeah, there you go. I mean, we've had many Mexican sodas on this channel before, but this one's kind of a odd-looking one. And it's not bad. So, what was I gonna say? So let's, oh, these guys are all dead. So, I'm going to quit the game. I will enjoy it. And I'm gonna run this again. And so we're gonna try to fight them again. I just want to see, like, because I think they attack too frequently. Because they basically attack as soon as they're able to, and it doesn't really give you an opportunity to try to combo, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really have much of an opening. Because before you could kind of, like, stun lock them. I mean, you still can, but, like, so... Whoops. Okay, so, why don't we, for the purposes of this... Oh, shit, there's my parry. And... Oh, we got a crash. We got a crash? We got a crash. Looks like we found... What's going on here? Looks like we have... Did we kill the guy while we were still locked on? Okay, so. Get target position. Okay, we're in release mode, so it's not really helping us. I'm going to go back into debug mode, and we're going to do some more fights in debug mode and see if that pops up again. Because it looks like we're locking onto somebody that we shouldn't be locking onto. But I think what we're going to probably do is we're going to probably work on that animation a little bit. What's going on? We're building. I'm going to turn on some music while we do that. Okay, so. Little bit laggy because of debug mode and everything, but I want to see what happens if we grab this guy and if we can get that crash to happen again. Okay, so oh, shit. Shit, we're getting killed here. Gotta roll. I'm not doing so hot. He's got me up against the wall. I gotta... Shit. Gotta run. Okay, he hit his friend here. Okay, we're having some sound effects glitches. I'm not sure what's going on there, but... I think it might just be, like, the audio is being slow. Because we're in debug mode, maybe? Okay, so I didn't get that bug to appear. I guess we'll just, like, hope it doesn't happen, and then I'll have to find it off stream, I guess. That's okay. I'll just go back to release mode. And why don't we work on... Let's work on the skeleton animation. Okay, we got Blender 5.2 here. We just updated. So, where's my... No, not release. Source models. Skeleton. This is our skeleton model. He's got some extra bits in this file, but let's go to animation. I think I just kind of quickly did a hit stun animation that was like... Okay, so we have hit stun here, which is literally just... How many frames is it? 20 frames of just him sliding backwards. You know, I feel like the... Because I think what's happening also is that he's freezing because what's happening is that the hit stun animation isn't re-triggering the second time he gets hit. If that makes sense. Because he's still in hit stun when he gets hit the second time. So he doesn't play this, like, flying back animation. So... So I think I'm going to tweak the animation slightly. We're going to go into our graph editor here. Whoopsies. Oop. How do I unsplit this? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go into graph editor, which is what you should always use for animation in Blender. Why don't you make it so that the skeleton gets stunned for like 30 frames or less, and if you hits him, he exits the stagger animation? I'm trying to understand what you mean. Like, so he... Yeah, if you hit him, he would exit the stagger animation. After being parried. Is that what you're saying? So, like, he staggers at... Because technically getting parried and being stunned is two different states. Right now, they happen to share the same animation. But I think what I need to do is I need to just re-trigger the animation the second time he gets hit. Yeah. Like, he will stagger, but if you ever hit him, he exits. Yeah. I think I'm just going to try re-triggering the animation to see how that looks. Okay, so, something funky's going on with this foot here. I need to copy pose. Could see others doing stuff like this. I'm doing a Rust-based thing with OpenGL. I think skeletal animations is the hardest thing to get going. Yeah, it is kind of difficult, especially if you want like a more complicated system with like blending and stuff like that. But it is like, I mean, you will eventually figure it out, and like, there's like a whole, there's all sorts of things you can do. Oh, I need to actually turn that on. Yeah. Okay, so now he does that. That's... Why is he turn... Okay, let me see something. I mean, that's probably fine, but, I have blending, but it was not easy, yeah. So, I'm gonna go into the character animation.cbp. So I have the parried state, and we set him into the hit stun animation with a 200 millisecond with a 200 millisecond delay. So here's what I'm gonna try to do. Is there a way to force retrigger my animation? I should add that. I should add a way to force trigger the animation. Because this is basically looks to see if there's like a matching animation already on the... Oh, wait, but... I mean, I guess the easiest way would be to put an animation in between. So... I've been working on this for, like, the game since about the beginning of 2023. Yeah. But I had some engine before that, like, from previous stuff. Because there's nothing saying what the first hit stun state was. It's about the same time for you. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just having to think here about how... So he's gonna need to exit out of that state and then go back into it. So there's maybe I need a being hit state and then a stun state. Maybe that's what the issue is. I need a secondary animation. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to say, so in character animation here, we're going to do if time in state. How do I get my time in state? Oh, I have to call that. So if it's less than, yeah, so I think having a hit animation and then a separate stun animation is probably the best way to go about this. So if it's, what's the number of milliseconds that, well, how long is a hit stun for? Uh, 600 milliseconds. So I'm gonna say for the first 100 milliseconds, he's gonna be in the hit stun animation. Otherwise, also it's gonna need to maybe it's gonna be longer. For the first 200 milliseconds, it'll be in the hit stun animation. I need to make that be a much faster transition. Otherwise, let me get. He's gonna get set into the... So I'm gonna need to add a whole extra animation here. Is there one where I can slot this in? 1 second. For a second, I'm just gonna, just to see what this looks like, I'm gonna set it to the jumping animation after that. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. This is gonna be weird. Oh shit, also we need to reset the... 1 second. I need to do my, on the hit, when we set state, hit stun. Okay, 1 second. So, if the current state is hit stun, we do entered state equals that. Wait, what is it? 1 second, I can't remember what it was. Get current game tech. So when we get hit, what's going to happen is we're going to we're going to reset the, if we're already in hit stun, what we're going to do is we're going to reset the clock, basically. So that we, like, re-trigger the time and state. I'm in the making a real game idea and not engine phase, but you never really stop the engine stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly doing game stuff, if you look at my previous streams. It just so happens I mean, it's all C++ code, so it's like, we're always going to be touching C++. There's not like a strict, like, barrier between the two. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I mean, he's going to trigger the wrong animation, because we need to reset how we need to basically add a new type of animations, which is going to take a second, but... So he's going to go into the jump animation for a second, which is going to look funny, but, like, you know, we'll see. Oh, actually, I don't think he has a jump animation. Okay, so it is actually getting a re-triggering a... Okay, because it happens to us, too, which is the interesting thing. Okay, so... So we need, like, a stagger or something, I think. Okay, so... Let me just... Is there an animation we can, like, swap out and move to make space for this? Because right now, all my animations, unfortunately, have, like, very specific numbers. Is there, like, a... I guess jumping is probably... Because right now, the player has a jump animation. But I don't think any of the enemies do. So I'm going to take jumping, and I'm going to move it all the way down here to 67. Because reasons. And then 21, because all of them need to have it, so it's going to be a low number. This is kind of a... I need to rework the way I handle animations, so I don't have to keep doing this every time I want to add a new animation. So 21 is going to be stagger. And so now... Now we need to quickly find our... we need to add this to our character as well. So we're going to find... where is he? Source models. Luigi? Yes. We're going to give Luigi a stagger animation. So, we're going to take a look at all his animations here in Blender. Using... Okay, so... 21. This needs to be 67. Which is going to put it at the end. And this needs to be 68 now, because this is an unused animation. Okay, so... yeah. And then now we need to add So we'll go to our hit stun. Where are you? This is our hit stun for our character. And this is... Why is it so long? Interesting. I probably screwed this up. I'm gonna... First, I'm gonna clean up this animation, because it really does not need to be this long. So it's 600 milliseconds. So what is that in... What is 600 milliseconds in frames? That's, 1,000 over 30. Sorry, so 600 divided by 1,000 over 30, 18 frames. So we don't need all these frames, actually. I'm gonna... Why do we have 300 frames of this? I mean, he's just idle the whole time. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this off at frame 20. Yeah, which is where it cuts off. Weird. So... Let's just select all these guys. Wait, why are you not? Oh, I gotta drag select, I guess. Okay, we don't need all those frames. This is gonna go to frame 23 just to give us some extra things. Okay, so I think it's medium frame range 2. Okay, cool. So, what are we doing? We're gonna copy this animation, and we're gonna call this 22 stagger. So, basically, so wait 1 second. So 100 milliseconds in is when I wanted to do the changeover. So that's only on frame 3. That's like here. Okay, I might need to do like let me see. Instead of yeah, that was 2. Let's literally do half of it. So 300 milliseconds is gonna be frame 9. So after frame 9, right here, at the peak of the hit, right? The peak of the, like the snap back, we're gonna transition into a new animation. In which case I'm gonna copy here. I'm gonna start on frame 9 right here. And this is gonna go for at least another 9 frames. So I guess, I mean, actually, if I do this, this will like just be like, what's that? I mean, maybe stagger is not the right word, but like, this is kind of him like resettling himself. I mean, just for the sake of speed, let me just double check I have all the... Ooh, that's supposed to be 21. Just for the sake of getting this done quickly, I'm going to just leave it with this. So the first half of the... I'm literally just splitting the hit stun animation in 2. But for the skeletons, I'm going to do something a little bit more interesting. So, let's make sure we have all the right things selected. Oh, sorry, I need to... It's this button here. Okay, so let's export this. Find our meshes. Luigi, right here. Export him. That's going to take a second, because Blender exports animations very slowly for some reason. But We can look at him. So this animation is now going to only go up to frame 9, which is here. I'm going to copy this pose. Then I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to make this 21. This is going to be stagger. And there's probably another. I think we probably just got rid of a placeholder animation there. So Blender file, actions. Oh, 21 was look around. Ooh. 1 second. I need to think about something. Because we have all these extra animations for this guy. Alright. I'm going to change look around to 23. And that should be fine. I really need to reorganize the way I do this. Okay, so 21 is now stagger. So we're going to go to frame 9 here. I'm going to insert a keyframe. Going to delete all these other keyframes. Then I'm going to move them over. So now I'm going to take that, put that there. And right in the middle here, I'm going to grab his like hips. I'm going to move them. Oh. Are these? Oh, this needs to be F. These needs to be IK. So here I'm going to go. Where's my Mixamo? Oh, frig. 1 second. I updated Blender and now all my plugins disappeared. Where's my Mixamo plugin? Oh, here it is. Cool. Although I can't see my... Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to take this foot here. And I need to make this FK. So we're going to snap the whole animation to IK, I guess. Oh, actually, I can, what happens if I set this to, yeah, I can just set this to IK, actually. And then I can more or less kind of, what happens if I just do the frame? Okay, cool. That works. So where's my... Okay, so it's IK the whole time, it looks like. So now I'm going to take this guy's... Move him forward. So maybe that's like a little bit of a... And let's move maybe these. And move his whole. I don't know. My animation skills are not feeling very good right now. Also, this should be in global, not local. Move that. And let's have him like... have his hands kind of come up or something like that. I don't know. It's a little bit funky. Actually, his feet... Yeah, I guess it's fine that they settle here. I'm going to just have these snap back onto the ground, more or less. Like here. Okay, let's see what happens with that. I'm going to export this guy as well. I'm going to go to my view layer, export everything under here. Export as a meshes skeleton. And that's going to take a second to export as well. Uh-oh, wait 1 second. I forgot to set that as a... I hope that exported okay. Blender has this little thing that you have to click for some stupid fucking reason. Otherwise, it doesn't save your animation. It's like, do you want me to automatically delete your animation unless you say specifically that you don't want me to do that? I don't know. So, let's see what the, Alright, so is that... That's still taking its time. Waiting for that to finish. Still going? I think we can exit this. But let's see what happens with the hit stun situation after this is finished. So I hit stun. Okay, cool. So that should re-trigger the animation now, I think, properly. So, like, every time you actually impact, he'll go into the animation. Still not done. Are you actually doing anything? System monitor? Tell me. Oh, yeah, we're doing something. Blender is actually computing. We're just waiting for it to export the animation. Is there anything interesting I can show you in the meantime? I reorganized my JSON files here. Now we have a lot more parameters for particles. So, for example, I made the smoke. It has like a growth rate thing, so you can make the smoke actually grow as it fades out, or shrink by setting this to some negative number. It'll shrink. If you set it to a positive number, it'll grow. Kind of cool, in my opinion. All right, okay, that's done. Did I? Shit, this needs to be. Well, let's see if it exported correctly. Hopefully it did, even though I didn't have that box ticked. So let's run the game. Just waiting for that to... Oh, I should have been compiling as we were doing this. Oh, no. It doesn't look like it's taking long. So, alright, let's try the hit stun again. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna grab a sword. I'm gonna go back to the skeleton's fort here. Then, we're going to see what happens with his hit stun, and our hit stun, too. See if it... Okay, so I seem to have been more or less... Oh, it's re-triggering... Okay, so he is actually getting... I think that looks a bit better. he is actually getting an animation every time he gets hit now, instead of just being frozen. Whoop. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Nope. But it seems like the animation is looping or something when it shouldn't be. Let me check something. So I set the... Okay, so it's not cyclical, that's fine, but... What is my... Can I... Let's force myself to get hit stunned by dropping me from a height. I can give myself some extra health here, so I'll survive this. Let's do 1,000 health. But... Okay. Something weird is happening with the hit stun. I think it's... Okay, drop you from here. Yeah, his arm got, like, wrenched. But I think it's probably some FK, IK situation. So, okay, let's go back to Blender for a second. I gotta fix that. I really wish Blender would be faster at exporting animations. But basically, what I think I need to do is I gotta get my stagger. Go to pose mode. Gonna do... Where's my... Here we go. Okay, so... This needs to be... Yeah, this is an IK animation, so I'm gonna insert keyframe. Insert keyframe. Let's go back to our hit stun. Make sure that's got keyframes on as well for the... It does not. Okay. So... Also, this needs to be... Make sure that we're FK here. Okay, that's got keyframes on it. But what about the... frame 21 stagger? So these guys... I need to keyframe that. So that they're definitely in FK. Okay, so let's export that again. Hopefully that won't take too long. But maybe we can do something else while that's happening. Yeah. Where are you? Oh, no, not FBX. Why would I want to export FBX? FBX, you bastard. All right. GLB, we're doing GLTF here. Okay, export. Waiting for that to go. So. Yeah, that's doing its thing. So, what can let's take a look at some of the particles we were working with. So I kind of wanted to do some resources, textures. We got all these new particles that I got from Kenny.nl. Shout out to Kenny.nl. Great website for getting free little things. So I just kind of like, sorry, wrong. I didn't mean to open that. Open with, I got all these like black and white particles here. I kind of want to add like a tint parameter to the shader so we can like make them go different colors when they hit, which would be kind of interesting, I think. So that we can like animate the color as it goes along, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, if you want to get stuff like that, you cannot recommend this website enough. There's all sorts of assets you can grab from from it, all for free. I mean, I think, like, most of them are free. And they're all just CC0, so you can use them for anything you want. I don't... I'm actually only using the particles, which is kind of funny, because, like, obviously this has, like, a specific art style to it that doesn't really fit mine. But I do want to just shout out that these are all here. And you can get, like, different things for making VFX and stuff, which is handy. That's still exporting. Why do you take so long? Alright. And he made a couple games as well, which is cool. So. What's going on with the audience? So I want to thank everybody who's here for tuning into me instead of Tokyo Spliff, who is also streaming right now. I know he's a lot bigger than me, but we kind of cover some similar stuff. We done? We done? No, we're not done. It's like Luigi's model in specific, like the main character that takes forever to export because, like, he's got like 100 different animations on him, which is like kind of just necessary, I guess. But like, a bit of a rivalry, I see. I mean, it's not really a rivalry. Like, in terms of viewers, he mogs me, like, absolutely annihilates me. Like, he's got like 300 people. That finally finished. Okay, so he's got like 300 people watching his stream right now. It's like, so it's like, clearly it's not a competition because he beats me. But, I mean, I also do think it's funny because we're both like, we both come out of GP. So like, I knew him from GP before he was like a streamer. But yeah, but he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Okay, so let's see this. Let's see if my animation still looks funky. So I'm gonna get hit by this. Hit me, hit me. It still popped my head back twice. What's going on here? Okay, I'm not gonna export from Blender again because that's just gonna take too long while we're on stream. But like, what's going on with the head pop? Okay, so this is, maybe, I guess because it's, I think I might know, actually. So let's go frame 1 here. And then, is there a way to, like, for animations to, like have it lock this while I... like, to show the previous frame on top of the new frame. Anyway, I can't figure it out right now, but I think there might be a way. Because that's like a thing people do in animation. So, I'm just gonna add a empty right here. I'm just gonna mark the head position right at the corner of his hair right here, just so I can see where it is. Okay, so let's go back to here. Now let's go to the hits done animation. Let's go to frame 9. It's the same spot, but it must be because we're like fading into it. Okay, easy solution here. Easy solution. Okay, so don't save because all we did was add that. I'm gonna make the fade in last longer, and we're gonna make this shorter. So we're gonna like, it's gonna just like, it's gonna be nicer because it's gonna be like smooth, I think. I hope. I mean, the other thing we could do is just freeze that one on frame 9 so it just doesn't continue. But let's see what happens here. This is just with like a longer fade time to interpolate the two animations. Maybe this will just like kind of clean it up a bit. Yeah, that did. Exactly. Just like... Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I think it feels a lot better with that, with what we've done here. So I'm getting really good at the parry riposte here, but I guarantee you I was dying a lot more yesterday. So I'm telling you guys, I might have made it too hard again. And all of a sudden, now that I got the sword enemies, the parry feels different. But, like, because it's a slightly different animation. Okay, now I'm dying. Literally, because that guy's actually... Now just because... Before, that guy was, like, way harder. But now, because... But now, because these guys attack so much more frequently, because they have a faster weapon, they are, they're just being, like... They're harder to fight, because I can't combo them, you know what I mean? Because, like, the other guy, I can get on a whole combo before he actually lands his weapon, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's interesting. So that's kind of some juice there. I think now getting them to do the hit stun. So let's go somewhere where the... Okay, I'm gonna actually let's heal up. Let's get some food to eat here. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off some of the new particle stuff that I was doing. So we're gonna go over to I think I made the fire look a little bit better. Like, look at this, how the smoke comes in. It, like, kind of, like, whoop, whoop, whoop. It, like, grows. Like a little, like, I think it's a bit more natural here. Also, like, the fire comes in at the bottom, too. Like that. Anyway. What's up? I need to get some eggs. I'm gonna make an omelet. I could get the quest, but I'm just gonna make the omelet. Okay, so let's get back down here. So, what's up, my man? Okay, yeah, matter of fact, I am hungry. Oh, I didn't actually need to talk to you, but... Okay, well, I got the gold eggs. So, let's cook. I'm gonna take my eggs. Put all 4 of them in. Make a big-ass omelet. Alright, now I'm gonna eat my omelet. Oh, I need to fix the skillet icon there. That's not right. It's facing down. It should be facing out. Actually, what's the? Let me take a second. Skillet. Is there a difference between Connor's skillet and this other skillet? Inventory item. No. Anyway, I'm just gonna play around with... Oh, no, it's this one. Okay. That's it. It's just this needs to be set. I'm gonna fix that. in the... 1 second. Skillet. Can I just edit the JSON file? Skillet.json? Oh, I don't save the access. 1 second. One second. I'm gonna, JSON serializer. Did I forget to save which access is actually getting? I did. Whoopsies. Rotation axis. I just need to plop that in there. And then we'll set rotation axis to 1. And that should fix that problem. All right. So, I'm going to hola, nice to see you. Yeah, we were just working on some animation for the skeletons getting stunned here. Let's get the music back on. Yeah. Like, so that each time you hit them, that it has, like, a more impactful, hit. It doesn't just freeze them in one spot, you know what I'm saying? And to do that, we basically needed 2 states. But we're compiling because we had to change that thing. And I guess JSON serializer was a big file because there's a lot of templates in it. There's a lot of macros in it too, which is unfortunate, but it's the one place I kind of needed to use them. You guys want to see how ugly macros can look? I'll show you. This is macros and templates mixed together. Look at this. Look at this construct. This comes straight from the fires of hell. And then we create a template using a macro. Don't we all love this? Okay, we're ready. All right, let me just first double check that the skillet item actually got fixed there. Okay, yeah, it did. Okay, so I'm gonna take those are tame macros. All right. I'd like to see what your evil macros are if those are tame. 1 second. What's I doing? I'm going to take him with me. And we are going... Oh, wait. I have to ask him about this stuff first. Have you seen CodeGen... Okay. I guess people... Like, why don't you just write a Python script at that point? Instead of, like... doing macros or something, right? Like, I mean, personally, I think CodeGen in general, I don't think... I usually prefer to avoid it if I can. And I mean, I'm talking about conventional code generation, by the way, not AI code generation, which I vehemently oppose. But like, yeah, like I'm not even that big of a fan of like conventional code generation, you know what I mean? Like where you would take like, because I often feel like you get into a situation where you're just like writing shitty, like you're automating the writing of shitty code as opposed to just creating a system where you don't need to write shitty code. You know what I mean? Oh, what happened here? There's a sound. Is it Vinny's sound that's getting triggered here? We're having some, okay. Buffer. Something crashed. We have a null buffer. That's odd. Can I trigger that again? So if I just pop to where Vinny is. Yeah, okay, something's wrong with Vinny's Something is wrong with Vinny's music. That's kind of a big bug. Okay, Vinny, where are you? You little bastard. Okay, so sound. Why is there no source data? Okay. Can I just save that? Somehow. Okay. That was weird. That's fixed now. I don't look forward to audio stuff. Audio stuff is interesting. I mean, I was doing a lot of audio stuff yesterday. I'm sorry, not on Thursday with this. On stream, I did some audio stuff about, like, the impact sounds. Alright, so you're coming with me. We're gonna go fight. I'm gonna see what happens when we, with all the extra combat stuff, how Connor's AI reacts to it. Okay. We're going to go to the fort with Connor. And then here we are. And then he's gonna fight some skeletons with us. Okay, he's just okay, so now it is kind of nice to go fight when you have like a companion here, because he's gonna take on some of these guys so that we don't have to. Now, okay, awesome. It's actually so much easier if you have Connor with you. Awesome. I also, I don't know if you see, but I think I made the sparkles look better. I made them kind of like, pop into existence. Which I think is going to catch your eye a little bit more. Which is kind of the whole point of them. But I also think I need to increase the emission on them. So, one second. You know, let's go to gameworld.cpp. I'm going to increase the emission on these to 30. Make them a little bit more bright. Yeah. So I did kind of promise some particles today. So I think we'll probably do... Ganging up on enemies turns out to be very efficient. Yes, it always is. But it's also... It shows you... Oh, hey, Paolo! Nice to see you. Yeah. Yeah, we're just, waiting for the compiler to compile here. And then we're gonna work on some particles, I think. So, here we have the, so these, yeah, okay. I think these guys will catch your eye a little bit more than the previous ones did, but, we need to, so I was looking at the smoke here. But I think I want to check out the waterfall because I've added some more tools to the Okay, this doesn't quite look right. These particles don't look right at all. Okay, waterfall emitter bottom. Okay, here. I need to adjust these parameters. So I have my particle emitter. I actually think, let me see, can I? Uh-oh. That's not meant to happen. Can I undo that? Okay, there we go. So, ooh, yes, so these are all messed with. I need to copy these parameters here. It might not be obvious what I'm doing, but I accidentally when I was messing with the particle settings, I screwed up all the settings for this guy, and I need to copy them into this guy. Oh, that's not right. Yeah. Why is the opacity like that? That should be 0.33. Let's save. Waterfall emitter. Nice to see your live stream. Yes, thank you, Paulo. All right, so we're and this is 5? No, the lifetime is 5. Okay, and now I just need to get the... This is the big thing here. 4, 0. And the orientation as well. 3 and 2. Um... 4, 7, 8. 25. Okay, yeah, that looks more like what I wanted it to look like. We kind of have these, but we can tweak it. We can make it better. Also, velocity randomness 1 and 4. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna start. Now I am going to start tweaking the scale in. So I'm making it so that over time they kind of grow in. So I'm gonna make that like 0.4. Like, doesn't that... Okay, so here is without that. It looks a lot more like water, doesn't it? So here's 0, right? It's kind of boring. But now let's change that to 0.4. Oh, sorry, no, that's not... I'm changing this to 0.4. Now, so that's 0.4, and that's 0. Which one looks more like real water? Right? I think it looks a lot like it's... You know? So I'm going to save that. I'm actually going to save that as a prefab. Yeah. So that we can use it for the other waterfall. Okay. So that is saved as prefab. Okay, cool. Now... Yeah, I think that looks awesome. And we can do that with any of the particles. We can make them, like, grow and shit. Okay, so, let's go back to the combat stuff. Because, I wanted to sort of highlight some more of the particles that we added. We also need to add some more sound effects, I think. Because right now... Yeah, that's the sound effect for them hitting me. So, I want to show... Wait. Oh, shit. Ouch. Maybe if I can get the parry to actually work. If I can actually parry this. Okay, well, we missed the particle, but... Okay. Damn it. I killed him without you guys being able to see it. Alright, let's... Ah. Okay, there we go. You see these guys? These show up now whenever you hit a successful riposte. Like, whenever you parry him with your sword, and then you attack him immediately after, basically that stun locks him, right? And basically, this, along with the extra sound cue that you hear, is your cue that, that you've successfully done that. Yeah. Oopsies. Yeah. Why are you getting stuck on the stairs? We need to fix that. Oh. Yeah. But I think combat just feels like a whole lot more energetic now, which I think is good. I think it's good. Also, we have, I want to just double check that all our swords have the, like, sort of, trail effects. So I added, like, a little thing to here. So now even even this guy has, like, its little, like, speed lines, you know what I'm saying? And I think I want to add as more of those if I can. Just to, like, really emphasize the like, you know, the swing, you know? It's like how I said before, like in comic books, where they, like, really, like, draw all these extra lines and everything to make it look like, a little bit more energetic. So. Alright, what can we work on now? It's 3:17 and we're going till 4 today. Oh shit, Connor's still following us. He came with us to the beach. It took him a second. What do you want to do? Let's do some more audio stuff, maybe. Maybe, yeah. So, okay, so let's take the javelinas. So I got my sword here. Let's pull out my sword. Right now, if we smack the javelina, it just makes that boring default impact sound, you know what I'm saying? So, what we need to do... Oh. We need to find a javelina that we haven't messed with yet, and we're going to give him an impact sound. So, where is the javelina? Okay. Oh, how'd you get underwater? All the way down here. That's a little odd. Is your spawner down here? Oh, the spawn... I need to fix that. Whoopsies. Well, actually, I can't fix that right now, because I need to basically reload a, save before I do that, but anyway, let's grab a different javelina. Okay, so, I'm gonna add here a, sound, hit sound, so that when we hit the javelina, it will make a different sound. So we're gonna find some audio here. So I'm gonna open up F-search, which I use to look through my sound library here, and I'm gonna search if I can hear like some like impact against some kind of meat. What's that? Can you guys hear that? I'm gonna turn the game audio off for a second. So, we got some, like, gory sounds. That's a little bit too much for me. But, let's see. Ooh, we could use that as part of it. Okay, so I'm going to open here. We're going to open up Reaper. I'm going to do some Foley right now. So, usually I find that to get an interesting sound, what I usually do is I take several sounds from the sound library, and then I mix them together. Sorry, I'm just going to auto-hide this guy. I thought I auto-hide you. Auto-hide. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to create a new project here. We're going to take our sound here. This is just going to be sort of the default, like bludgeoning hit, sort of. So we got a little bit of that, like, you know, meaty, sort of gross sound. But we're going to mix that in with, like, a impact. So So I'm going to search through my library to see what we got for impact. By the way, this is the Sonus GDC audio bundle library. If you're interested, you can get that for free online if you look for it. And it is all free to use. All right, what do we have for an impact? No. That's like a rock. That's 2. What's something that's a little bit more like a bassy, just like hitting a, I want to see, like hitting something soft. Impact soft. What does that sound like? No. That's wood. I mean, we could maybe use that for something. Let's see what happens. What if we mix these two together? Open folder. Wait, can you guys hear this? Oh, no, like, I mean, you can hear this part, but you probably can't hear me in, what does that sound like? Yeah, you guys, I need to open up, Jack. And then I gotta set the routing so you guys can hear this from Reaper. Graph. Okay, so. Yeah, you guys can hear that now. So. I might just take my, like, sort of default impact, which I have in the sounds folder here. Oh, I should go into release resources, sounds, impact. Is it not called impact? Maybe it's called. Oh, okay. So we have skeleton impact. What's this one? Why are you not playing? Oh, I can't hear that. Why can't I hear that? What is that? Oh, that is the sound. Okay, that's the sound that I was looking for. So, we take a little bit of that. And when we blend it all together, it kind of... This is too loud, so I need to fade this out. Let's do like that. And let's also just turn the overall level of it down. I'm gonna move it, I'm gonna trim it, and I'm gonna move it more in sync with this. So it's gonna be like, I'll do a little bit of a fade in too. Yeah, okay, I think this needs to be like... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I think we need less of this too. We'll fade that one in. And I'm going to EQ this. Actually, I'm going to EQ this one first. Can I give it some more bass? So first of all, I'm going to cut off the low end here, and then I'm going to boost that. What was that? And a little bit less high end. Okay. Now I think we have too much of this. So let's fade it down. I think that's good. That is the sound we're going to use, I think. So. I'm also not sure. I'm gonna take off the beginning of this sound just because it's... And I'm going to take this. I'm going to boost the bass on this one as well. just like that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save. This is gonna be our javelina impact. So I'm just gonna go ahead and render this out. I'm gonna go to my sounds folder. This is gonna be called. Actually, I should save the project as javelina impact. Okay, so now let's render that. Javelina impact, we're going to render that as FLAC because that's the format we use. And we're going to put it into the sounds directory. We're going to render this without a tail because we just want the little portion that we need. And then we're going to render that. Now, in the game, should be able to turn the volume back up here and go into untyped. I'm gonna go to my sounds folder here, and I should be able to find javelina impact, which we've just created. We're gonna drag it into the untyped section. We're gonna save that, and now when we reload the game, we should have a different impact sound for the javelina. So let's grab a stick. Let's find the javelina. Yeah, one right here. Let's just double check that we have our sound on it still. Hit sound, where are you? Oh. Did I? Oh, yeah, we do have the hit sound right here. Javelina impact. So now, it's going to come at us, and we're going to... That's too quiet. I think our whole sound is too quiet. Okay, so we need to... Yes, it is too quiet. It only peaks at... So I'm going to mute that. We're going to go back into Reaper here. I'm going to just turn up the volume here. But, like, not so much that we're clipping. And also, I'm going to add a compressor on this, just on the master. And do auto makeup. Sorry if you got to hear all that grossness. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's going to render now without clipping, I think. Okay, overwrite. Okay, so now this is a lot louder. It doesn't clip. Let's quit so that it reloads the sound file. I need to add a button to automatically reload hot reload the sounds. Because right now, I can hot reload images and shaders and everything, but I can't hot reload sounds, which is a little bit not ideal. Where's my sounds? Oh, I have it muted. Okay, let's grab our... I mean, I guess we could do it with a sword. Let's find a javelina. Oh, we got a little thing here we got to fix with the terrain. Okay, where's this? There should be one around here somewhere. Here he is. I don't think it has enough like smack to it, you know what I mean? Like it's there needs to be like a transient, like a high-end thing right at the beginning, because right now it's too... It needs to have like a... Actually, you know what? Why don't we actually... I have a microphone right here. Why don't we like literally just put in me clapping into that and see how that works? So record that. Nope. Turn off that. Turn off record monitoring, actually, so that it doesn't echo into the thing, because I think it might have been echoing through the stream. But let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so I'm gonna just like literally like that was actually too loud. I gotta clap like a little bit quieter than that. Oh, that did clip. Why are literally? Come on, give me one more clipping. I mean, that'll probably work. Let's like line it up just to give it like a little bit of a real good smack. Right at the beginning. Yeah, that, see, it's like you don't even really hear it as a clap. It just kind of like mixes in there. And I'm gonna just EQ that a little bit. Gonna take out the low end. Take out the super high end. So this is without the clap. Sorry, this is with the clap, and this is without the clap. Sorry, I gotta mute that. So without. So this is no clap, and this is with the clap. It's like way more, you know. I think it's good. I think it's good. So we're gonna go ahead and render that out. Overwrite that. Yes. Oh, now it's clipping. Gotta drop the volume a little bit. Render. Still clipping. Come on. Actually, what I should do is I should turn that clap down a little bit. And wait, I can just see it here actually. 2.5. Is that? There we go. That's not clipping. All right, let's render that. Okay. Perfect. Let's see. Now we can. No, I'm gonna have to quit the game again. Let's render that back. Okay. Audio. Turn that up. Okay, so I'm gonna take my sword, and we're gonna smack the javelina with it again. I still think it sounds quiet. I don't know why. It's like, oh, well, actually, there is one thing that I forgot to do. When I rendered this, render, I forgot to make this mono. I think that might be messing with it a little bit. Yeah, should be mono. Also, yeah. One second. One more time. Let's hear that sound in game. It really, I feel like it has, like when we're listening to it, it feels like it should have a lot of impact, but for some reason it doesn't really. I mean, I guess I could just make it louder. Like, let's compare it to the crabs. Like, if I hit the crab, we get like a... I guess there's quite a lot of... with the sword, at least. And then, versus when we hit it with the, this guy. Well, it's, yeah, that's... But they're not actually, like... They should be the same volume, is the weird thing. I mean... It actually... I feel like it does sound better with the, It might just be that it's... Like, I'm just gonna... Let me render this one more time. Like, what does it peak at? Like, we're peaking at, where did... -1 dB. But that's, like, right at the... Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So... Maybe I want to actually raise that to, like... So... Okay, let's try this. Like, just a lot more on the back end. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of funky making sound effects. It's kind of a weird, a weird process. Let's get my audio up here. Oh, I muted it. Gotta unmute that. Okay. Alright, come on, Javelina. Give me the sound we know we want to hear. It still doesn't feel quite right. Because, like, that's, like, you can really hear that one, right? But the Javelina just doesn't quite sound right. I don't know why. I feel like it sounds right in Reaper, but then when I bring it in the game, it doesn't. Oh, that's a bird. Where's the Javelina? There it is. Maybe it's not fast enough. Maybe that's the issue. Like, if I move this guy, like, right here. And, I'm gonna mute that again. I'm really gonna... get... Okay, let's get rid of that. And I'm gonna... What's this guy? I'm gonna actually... Just this, like... noise in here, I'm gonna try to emphasize. Okay. Okay. This should be quite noticeable now. Okay. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, sorry if it seems like I'm just like going over the same thing over and over again, but it is kind of annoying to try to tweak things to get them right. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, we'll just grab the... We're just testing sounds. Yeah. All right, where is the... Ow. Shit. It also seems like we're not always triggering the impact sound, which is interesting. I don't know. We're missing some impacts. Anyway, that'll have to do for now, but like, there's some other things I wanted to fix. So I'm gonna just restart a fresh thing here. We're gonna clean up some of those issues that I found earlier with the javelina spawning under the ground. So let's find that javelina that was underneath the terrain. Is it this one? How did you start making game engine? Where do I learn it? I do C++. I mean, if you know C++, like, you have everything you need. I mean, you're going to need to learn how to use, like, a graphics API. I mean, the one I use is OpenGL. The best place to learn that is learnopengl.com. You just kind of do it. Like, if you know how to write software, it's like any other kind of software, man. Like, it's like you just kind of know what you need to do. Like, I mean, it helps that, like before I made my own engine, I had worked with, like, a couple other things. Like, I worked with, GameMaker, before that, Okay, there's a javelina that's, like, under the terrain. A javelina spawn that's under the terrain. I'm trying to find it. I worked with GameMaker, so, like, you can kind of, like, see what kind of things you might need. Although, I also kind of want to, like, warn against that. It's like, if you use an off-the-shelf engine, and then you're like, oh, I need to implement all of this before I start making games with my engine, that's actually not true. You don't need to implement, like, nearly half of the stuff that, like, an off-the-shelf engine has. Entity Component System Paradigm. I don't know. That's what I'm using, by the way. I am using an ECS. I say grab the ent library, entity, that's ENTT. Grab the library, that library, and then look at the quick start guide for that, and that does a pretty good job, I think. You know, it's like, I don't know, like, this is kind of my core philosophy to, like, programming in general. It's like, you're gonna learn way more by just, like, trying to do something than being like, you know, oh, I need to learn all this stuff before I start. You know, it's like, I think, like, honestly, like, just open up, like, what are you doing right now? Open up your IDE and start running an engine. There's nothing stopping you. It's like, you'll be like, yeah, I don't know what to do. But, you know, then you'll be like, okay, well then how do I learn how to use OpenGL? Okay, I'll figure that out, you know? It's like, don't try to get all the best practices right from the start, because then you'll never get anything done, right? It's like, best practices, like, you don't realize why you need them until you know why you need them. So it's like, I could tell you all these best practices that, like, you know, would help you with, like, ECS or whatever, but it's like, it's not going to make sense to you until you try writing something with an ECS. You know what I'm saying? I started making malwares with learning about that. Okay, I can't abide by that, but, like, if you're doing anything that is illegal, I have no part in that, but, you know, or whatever. Yeah, you just kind of, like, try to do something, and then, like, you figure out what you need, because the thing is, like, it's not obvious what you're going to need until you actually start trying to do it. So the whole thing that's really important is you actually need to start trying to do it. Yeah. Okay, so I fixed that. I fixed the javelina spawner. I'm going to fix this piece of terrain right here that I saw just a minute ago, because, like, it was bothering me. So there's this weird kind of cutoff here. That's because we have, like, what I like to call attribute clash, which is basically... So I'm gonna go find my terrain. We're going to go to palette. No, texture paint. We're going to turn off replace palette. We're going to, yeah, I think just paint in this, because that's going to kind of hide that transition. There we go. Why do devs who are afraid to start to back off every time they hear something related to malware? It has a lot. It's because it's like, it's definitionally software that has no purpose. Its only purpose is to, like, you know, make shit bad for people. So it's like, you know, I like software that has a purpose, you know, like a game, you know. You know, so yeah, I just, like, I don't know why you would spend your time making that. Like, I don't know, it's up to you. Like, you have your own time, but, like, I don't know, I just prefer to make fun stuff like a game, you know? Anyway. Yeah, you get it, yeah. Anyway, so, I fixed that issue there. Okay, so, I'm gonna... is there any more? I feel like the combat is feeling pretty juicy now after all that stuff we messed with. Let's grab... let's just check out that area with the character here to make sure that we hid that seam right there. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, so... also, I think we can clean this edge up because somebody mentioned to me the other day that, and I'd never heard this before, but it actually makes so much sense, that the mental model of the player, or, I mean, the way a game should be designed is that if a surface can be walked, if there's grass on a surface, that means you can walk on it. And I actually noticed players are subconsciously doing this. So it's like, if there's a surface that you can't walk on, I need to make sure it's not got grass on it, basically. You know what I mean? Because this is too steep to walk. So the thing that I should do to tell the player that, hey, this is too steep to walk on is, you know, just put in the texture that isn't grass, basically. And there's another area around here that I kind of wanted to fix that has that same issue. And I've seen a bunch of players basically run into the same spot. I wanted to learn how things can be broken so that with that knowledge, I can make things not break. I mean, if you just write enough programs, you will figure out how things can be broken because, you know, things break all the time. Wait, did I just... yeah, we're good. Where's my... yeah, I'm gonna take my guy, teleport him here. So there's this kind of, like, little area here that I found that people kept getting stuck on. Like, right here. To try to walk up this. And they're like, oh, this is, like, weird. I mean, so there's a couple ways I can fix this. I could smooth this out. Or I could paint it in with a different texture. How long did it take you to write this custom engine? It depends on how you measure that. I started, like, the first piece of code that I wrote was, like, a really long time ago, like 2012. So I'm going to sample this palette. What do we got in here? I kind of want to replace this guy with this guy. So we're going to replace palette, but... so this is going to tell us, basically, hey, this is not walkable ground. Here. And this is also not walkable. Okay, so that's going to basically tell us. And then I need to take this guy in here and sort of paint it in. Because this is walkable. So, like, once again, that hasn't been, like, I haven't been working every day since 2012 on this. Like, I took, like, big breaks in between, like on and off. And then this game in particular, I've been working on since 2023. So, basically, there's a hierarchy here of, like, terrain color, like, terrain textures. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Like, I hadn't really like actually made this a priority until like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's like I was just kind of doing it on and off. Like, I think, and I also don't want to give you like a time that you're gonna be like, oh, this is how long it takes to make an engine, because like you can't estimate that. Like, the amount of time it took me is totally irrelevant to your experience, because like once again, I started this in 2012. I was learning old versions of OpenGL, old APIs, like old version of C++, with different resources available to me. It's like, it's not really a fair comparison, right? And also, I just don't really even know, you know, to be honest. But I will say, I would say approximately between 2015 and 2020, I didn't really work on it. So for that 5 years, I didn't spend much time working on it, yeah. But I did come back to it around 2020, I would say. And then, how do you deal with 3D collisions? I'm using an API. It's like using a library called Bullet, the Bullet physics engine, which you shouldn't use because it's old and there are better ones now. But I'm using it because I started it a long time ago. I'm just gonna smooth this path here so that we can like get up. Yeah, it's basically, it's not really a good option these days, but you know, it does still work. And my version is modified, but if you want to use a modern physics engine, I would suggest maybe Jolt or something like that. A lot of people seem to like that one. Yeah. So I'm gonna change my strength rule. I'm just gonna put like a really light path here. Really light. Just so it's like, hey, maybe you might want to go up here. Is this? Yes, this is IMGUI. Everybody should use IMGUI. IMGUI is the greatest library on Earth. Maybe not the greatest library on Earth, but it's pretty damn good. So I just want to like do a light path here to subtly guide the player to this point right here. So I'm gonna flatten gradient. Flatten, just regular flatten here. Increase the strength a little bit to, yeah. And then smooth down here. So this will form like a nice little flatten. All right, so smooth that out a little bit right here. And do a flatten gradient, yeah. Cool, so this should hopefully, let's just smooth this whole area out. This should hopefully subtly guide people to this point right here. I've seen people have made very awesome and complex things with it. Yeah, IMGUI is fantastic. It's really great. It's just so nice to use. Like, it's, you can just get like a UI up and running so quickly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, you don't need any of that, like, you don't need any, like, you know, designer, like, drag and drop crap. Like, I honestly hate that shit where you have to have an external program to, like, create your UI. I just prefer to, like, write the code that does the UI, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So that's good. That's good. All right, so I'll save that. Let's quit and then we'll reset this. All right. You're in a dilemma whether to go deeper in web security or just make game engines. I mean, man, it's up to you. Do whatever you find interesting. Like, you did electrical engineering. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I can't tell you what to do with your life. Like, I personally like making game engines. And if you like to do that, it's a lot of fun, so you could do that. But it's like, I don't know, my life choices of working on this full-time are probably questionable. So, like, if you want to, like... I'm not, like... I can only tell you what I've done with my life, and it's, like... It's, it might not be, the best choice for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Nope. Ah, my punch is not very powerful. Okay, so I have wasted so much time in thinking what to do every day. Man, I can't, like, I don't know, just do something, man. I think, like, that's, you know, like, I'm not going to be able to help your motivation issues, basically. You know, I can only tell you what I've done, and, you know, I'm just a streamer, man. I'm just a streamer. Alright, we killed him. Yes, it's a state machine. Yeah. We were working on it a little bit before with our, like, hit stun and stuff like that. All right, let's get this. Actually, so it's around. I actually got to get going because it's like 4 o'clock and I have shit to do after this. But I'm sorry for you, Jake. People, I see. Yeah. Watch my VODs, man. Like just like, yeah. Ask me like a couple questions, but like just please don't try to monopolize chat here. Like there's like a lot of people that want to like talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, but it's 4 o'clock and I gotta go. So I would like to let everybody know that if you're, if you enjoyed the stream, like and subscribe. Don't forget to wishlist the game down below. The game is A Short Odyssey. You can wishlist it on Steam. It's gonna come out. You guys are all gonna love it. Then we got, the Discord. The Discord, if you want to join that. Join the Discord. Yeah, you can ask questions in the Discord. You don't have to only ask them on stream. Then also, you can, if you really like it and you want to support me financially, like I mentioned maybe before, this is my only job. This is what I do all day. You can hit me up on the Ko-Fi link down below if you want to give me a small donation, sort of $2, $5, or $10, that sort of thing. Completely optional. But with that, I will say, I'll be back on Thursday. Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be streaming again right here. You can tune in then. And then also on Saturday at 2 p.m. again. But with that, I will see you later. I've been your streamer tonight. Goodbye.